everybody. Welcome to Season 5, Episode 10 of The Buzz with yours truly, Mama T. So today we have a very talented musician. His name is Teddy Arunski. And he's actually here in the state. He's actually from Arizona, I believe. He is so talented. You guys are going to love him. So, first, of course, we have to have a brief message from Grand Forks Best Source, and we'll get right into it. Stay tuned. Baby.
Today's episode of The Buzz with Mama T is brought to you in part by Grand Forks Best Source. They're a cutting-edge local media broadcasting studio with captivating shows, on-location event coverage, and
what's going on here? Well, technical issues. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. We didn't get our full commercial, and maybe we lost Teddy.
No, it's rendering, so everything is stalling on me. Hold on, maybe play it now.
Today's episode of The Buzz with Mama T is brought to you
because
in part
I'm rendering
by
a video.
Best Source. They're a cutting-edge local media broadcasting studio with captivating shows, on-location event coverage, and unparalleled advertising opportunities. Grand Forks Best Source has been a haven for podcasters like me seeking to bring their visions to life. If you're a podcaster and looking for a studio to record in, or a platform to broadcast your show, or even a local business seeking a great place to advertise, go ahead and email Paul at local@gfbestsource.com or call him at 701-740-9337. In addition, you can go to gfbestsource.com to find more information. Tell him Mama T sent you.
There we are. Hi, Teddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be. It's just life, how every once in a while there's a little glitch here and there, but
I'm very familiar with glitches.
we just work with it. I'm sure you are familiar with glitches. Say you've got a looping pedal and all of a sudden the battery dies.
Oh yeah.
I remember those days.
Or the button doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or it breaks off in the middle of a show, and that's the main button.
And that's funny because Bobby had those issues, and I remember having one of his looping pedals pulled apart behind the bar. I was working the bar at the time, and he's like, "My pedal broke." So I'm back there and I'm trying to fix it, and he's up on stage trying to do other stuff, and I'm getting beers and finding screwdrivers and little wrenches. So
it's funny when that stuff happens. I one time one of my cables got smashed somehow, and I had 3 minutes to go on stage, so I had to go outside and find a rock and smash it so it would fit into the socket, and it was just a very important cable, and I didn't have another one, so I was just the stuff that you don't know, the crowd doesn't know about. You're outside bashing it with a rock to make the show work. So I know.
It's funny. I mean, and you just got to go with it. You just gotta.
Yeah.
You just got to go with the flow. You just got to be Johnny on the spot, and
keep
your
head cool.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, like where you grew up and maybe your musical influences?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. So don't know what I did to deserve all this, but no, thank you so much. Basically, my name's Teddy Arunski. I was born in Ohio, but I grew up in Arizona from the age of 7. So I just consider myself Arizonan. But I got into music I started playing guitar when I was 17, so I was kind of late actually. And then at that time, it was all about Iron Maiden and Megadeth and just stuff like that, Then I started getting into progressive bands, Dream Theater, Rush, and Kansas, stuff like that. So I did that. I started a band basically right away, and did that for. I still have the band. It's just like a studio project now, but the band had full same lineup for 8 years, and then we had a couple different changes, and that kind of disbanded sort of in I want to say 2022 ish, and then probably about 8 years ago I started in conjunction with the band doing like solo acoustic performances like with live looping and all that, and I eventually turned that into my full-time job so I could actually pay my bills with music, so that was cool. And then the whole time I've just kind of had the band doing stuff. I don't mostly a studio project like I said now.
And that's the thing about being a musician too. Some people don't understand how much work goes into it and how long it takes to actually make money doing it.
Mm-hmm. And you have to pivot sometimes.
What do you think the hardest part of actually becoming a musician that is profitable? What is the biggest challenge in that?
I mean, you definitely have to, be proficient enough to perform consecutively. But I think the biggest thing, honestly, is like kind of putting your ego aside and playing songs that you don't necessarily want to play, and like make them your own and just perform them in a way that it entertains people, because it's entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
you got to do what they want.
Yeah. And if you don't get hired back. So.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I think a lot of venues too, they don't really want to pay that much either. Like they don't understand like how much work goes into how much time you guys spend practicing, how much time you spend in the studio, how much time it takes to take all of this equipment and load it up, the gas money, the travel time, the motels, the food, and you get to the venue and they're like, "Oh, we can only afford $200 for 2 hours." And you're like,
yeah. I mean, thanks. Yeah, that's some venues pay pretty well, some don't pay well. So it's kind of hit or miss. But there's definitely a crap load of work that goes in behind the scenes just to get on stage and perform for that couple hours and then tearing down and getting home afterwards. So my secret to my little success for my little solo career kind of is like I designed my rig to be super efficient so I could get in really quick, set up really quick, do my show, and then break down and move on, kind of rinse and repeat. That's kind of my little, but it took a long time to get it to the point it is now, and it's going through another overhaul shortly.
So do you have any favorite places that you play? Do you have any favorite gigs or maybe even some road stories that are PG?
Yeah. So we're talking the acoustic era or the rock and roll era?
Either. You got it. I mean, you got to have some stories, Teddy. Come on.
Yeah. So the band, I mean, we had a lot of fun times. We played mostly in Phoenix, Arizona, and then we did a Northwest tour up to Washington State and like all the way down. And then that was in 2012. That was like the funnest time of my life. That was like one of the funnest times of my life. As far as like favorite venues out in Phoenix, there used to be one called Joe's Grotto. We'd play there all the time, and then Club Red was another one. Those were awesome. Just always treated us well. And then on the acoustic thing, I've done so many more shows with the acoustic thing because I can just do it myself, and I just do it for a living now. So out in Minnesota, I'd say definitely like the Iron Horse or Rendezvous Brewing's also super fun. They always give me a good crowd and a good time there. And there's a lot, man. Like Green Scene out in Walker, Rebel Brewing in Park Rapids is fun. I hope I'm not leaving anything out. I'm forgetting some people, I guess. Then in Hava Java out in Arizona, they would treat me well. So a lot of good regular ones, and then I always play random ones that are kind of one-offs. As far as stories, man, I don't know. There's a lot of stories. I don't know what to say about the stories yet.
Well, we'll give you a minute to think about that. Did you ever play like Bemidji? I'm trying to think of where it was. Okay, it was the Iron Horse that we met.
Yeah, you and Bobby were down there, and then I was playing a show. I think I was inside. I might have been sharing a stage with. I think I was double booked with Joe and Lydia. I don't. Do you remember them?
Oh yeah. Lydia's been
Yeah.
a guest on my show a couple of times.
Yeah, so they're
Lydia
awesome.
Rose. Yeah, they're
Lydia and I might do a collaboration this summer. We were talking. So
yes.
but yeah, I think that's how we met too. Lydia and Joe and I, we were double booked at the same night, and then we were like, well, let's just share the show and like do 30 minutes, I'll do 30 minutes, and then you guys showed up.
I'm picturing it now. It was a small stage. It wasn't even really a stage. It was like you were backed up against some windows or something.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
And it was super fun. Yeah, that was a great time.
That was Park Rapids?
Nevis. It's near Park Rapids.
Nevis, yeah.
Yeah. So that was super fun. I love shows like that where it's like, it's like unexpected. Like I didn't know them at all. Now they're good friends of mine, and we just had like a great time, and we played together a bunch since then and hung out, and it was great. It's just a great beginning to a good friendship. And
I remember seeing you live too. Like you were so awesome. I remember I came up to you and asked you for your card, didn't I?
Yeah. And I was saying I was making fun of Bobby for his top hat. I was calling him Slash.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was all in good fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that blues music in the beginning of the show. Was that him playing? Or is that someone else?
No, but we are in the works of getting. See, when I first started the show, we had Bobby's music on it while he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
But there's all the copyright stuff that we got to deal with in order to put it back on.
Cool.
So we will get there. We're working on it because this show is for him. This is to carry on his legacy, to support the musicians, to support the live music, to bring the kids into the music. Mm-hmm. And we love what we do, and we love hearing the stories. I mean, I genuinely, I love listening to the stories, like how I got into music. Well, when I was such and such an age, so-and-so gave me a drum set, and like I couldn't put the sticks down, just there's struggles, but you overcome them. And, I just find all the stories so interesting, and everybody's got different opinions on everything, and different reasons why, and different things from inside that they're trying to put out there,
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about we got to do what the venue wants or what the people want, but at the same time you do play your original music, and you are bearing your soul to people and trying to make that connection. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one thing you're good at, is making that connection, because people can feel you when you're up there.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of my strengths as a musician, like being a conduit between like the energy of the music and then to the crowd. Like I'm the kind of the conduit. I think that's a good entertainer, that if you just kind of bring that in it, and it helps when the crowd's into it too, because it gives you energy back. Like I played a lot of shows where there's like no energy, and you're just pouring energy out, and it's like draining at the end.
And you're like, geez, I could be doing this in my garage,
Yeah. But the good ones, man, when the crowd's into it, it just makes you feel so good, and you're pumped up at the end of the show, and it's like that's what it's all about,
So your live show, you do a lot of live looping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that's not the one we're playing. We are going to be playing. We got to cut to commercial here in 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And after the commercial, everybody knows that watches the show, after the commercial, we will play one of the guests' videos. So what we're playing is called A Mission Impossible, but spelled Amish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what went into this song and what it's about.
So in the beginning of the video, I explain it, but I think we're starting it at the song. But in a nutshell, in 2023, my dad came into my studio and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing for the next week?" And I was like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "You want to make some money?" I was like, "Doing what?" And he's like, "Well, I got some like friends coming into town and they need like a tour guide in Arizona. And they're gonna pay you if you want to do it." He's like, I can't do it because I don't have time to do it. So I was like, "Well, have them give me a call." He's like, "They can't call you, but they'll be in touch." And I was like, "What?" So it turns out it was 3 Amish couples from Ohio, and they had to like get a hold of me. And it was not 1 week; it was 3 weeks of my life. And every day except for Sundays, we like met up. And I drove. Some days I'd drive like 5 miles, and they just want to go to Goodwill, like every Goodwill. And then some days we'd drive like 300 miles and see like the whole state, and it was nuts. We saw a ton of Arizona. It was just so funny because it's just like me, like this rock and roll guy, like transporting 6 Amish people like throughout Arizona. So it was like a mission that we had to see as much of Arizona as possible. So I wrote this song called "The Amish Impossible." And it's a true story. It's a totally true story.
I can't wait to hear it. All right. Stay tuned for Amish Impossible and more of Teddy Arunski after this.
There you go.
When it comes to podcasts and social media, stick with the best. Grand Forks' best source. Keep up to date with local happenings and news, interviews with city leaders, athletes, nonprofits, and of course, lots of feel-good stories. You know, Grand Forks' best source is a great way to advertise your business or events with the most economical ad packages available. And contact us to find out how you can have your own podcast with the best studio in the area. Check out Grand Forks' best source on your favorite social media app. Grand Forks' best source, the Forks' best local podcast. Call 701-213-0863 or online at gfbestsource.com. We love the Forks. Grand Forks' best source, giving the Forks their identity again.
What's up, Red Lake Nation Radio? This is your host, DJ Soko. Come join me if you're Ace or Donnell from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Soko Saturday, where I have a new segment, Soko's Metal Madness Hour from 7 to 8 p.m., bringing the North all the new and classic metal to the masses. The first 3 hours will be the old school hits, the rock and roll classics, and all other genres of music. Even country. So come take a cruise with me, DJ Soko, bringing the fire right here on 105.3 WRLN, Red Lake Nation Radio. Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by AFS Automated Financial Services, your partner for fast, reliable, and affordable payment processing. Whether you're taking payments at the counter, on the go, online, or through a full POS system, AFS makes it easy to get paid anywhere, anytime. They handle credit, debit, EBT, gift, and loyalty cards across every industry and touchless options available for all in-person transactions. Entrepreneurs and ISOs can even earn monthly residuals through AFS partnership opportunities. The tools are yours. The income is yours. You'll get approvals in under an hour. 24-hour equipment deployment or reprogramming. Low, simple rates, matched or beaten, or they pay you, and 24/7 live customer service. You get the technology, rates, and support your business deserves. For a free cost analysis or rate quote, call 1-877-738-5010 or visit automatedfinancialservice.com. AFS, smart technology, real service, better business.
Visit littlebobbybuzz.com, your source for Little Bobby merch and music. Keep up with the bar and don't forget about the buzz with Mama T. That's littlebobbybuzz.com.
The Amish Impossible. What's the rhythm? Find my rhythm there. daddy walked into the room and hesitated to speak. He said, "Hey there, sonny, wanna make some money? It'll just take you 1 week." I said, "Hey there, pappy, if it makes you happy, I will do anything you need." He said, "I've got a buddy and it may sound nutty, but he needs a favor from me. 3 couples from Ohio are coming into town. They need a man to drive a van and show them all around." Well, about this time, I could see it in his eyes. He was holding back something. I said, "I'm a little busy and I smell something fishy, but have them give me a ring." He said, "They cannot call, there's no phone at all, but they will be in touch." Well, I didn't get it, but I did, I'll admit it, when they spoke Pennsylvania Dutch. It was February 22nd, 2023. I went back and forth, but I drove up north in my daddy's Honda Odyssey. I could not conceive it, even though I could see it, but you better believe it was true. I saw 3 white caps, 3 straw hats, all dressed in black and blue. The biggest beards I've ever seen. This will go down in history. My 1 week now has turned to 3. How does this stuff happen to me? But we went from Flagstaff, Arizona to Cottonwood, Jerome, and Sedona. From Tucson down to Tombstone, Cloven on up to Shono. We hit the highway and hit it hard. Stormed the Phoenix Boulevards through passages impassable. The Mission Impossible. Well, I know that you're laughing, but I swear that it happened. I'm a bona fide Amish guide. They would hop in the van, then we'd all hatch a plan, put the pedal to the metal and drive. Some days we'd ride for hours, road tripping and ripping through hills. Other times all we did was shop at a few Goodwills. We camped out at Sky Harbor to watch the airplanes fly. They could not have a phone, but they could talk all day on mine. We went to the Grand Canyon, waging war with ice and snow. Just me and my 6 companions, and John Denver on the radio. We burned through tanks of gasoline and shared a feast at Dairy Queen. Our mission was improbable, but these Amish were unstoppable. And we went from Flagstaff, Arizona, Cottonwood, Jerome, and Sedona. From Tucson down to Tombstone, Cloven on up to Shono. We hit the highway and hit it hard. Stormed the Phoenix Boulevards through passages impassable. The Mission Impossible. Well, now 3 weeks later, I had done my favor. It was time for them to leave. Shame I had to take them to the Amtrak station, but the mission was complete. It was the end of an era when the Amish had to share a minivan, but we prevailed. I said farewell, then I drove like hell to tell my daddy the tale. He said, "Sonny boy, I'm proud of you. You beat the odds and saw it through. You did a ton and learned a lot, but would you do it again? Honestly, probably not." But we went from Flagstaff, Arizona to Cottonwood, Jerome, and Sedona. From Tucson down to Tombstone, Cloven on up to Shono. We hit the highway and hit it hard. Stormed the Phoenix Boulevards through passages impassable. The Mission Impossible.
Thank you.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then, of course, you know, you had to get a couple of those Mission Impossible bars in there too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't heard that in a while. That was funny.
Oh my gosh. So where was this gig? Who were you playing with?
That was called the Loonbird Cafe. It's based off of the Bluebird Cafe out in Nashville. You know, like they took the inspiration from that. So it's like a songwriter showcase, and I was invited. I think that was 2024-ish. My friend Mary puts that show together in Bemidji, actually, and I was just invited one year and had some fun with it. So we played like 6 songs each, and that was one of them. So it was super fun.
Who was in your band?
That wasn't my band member there. That was those were different artists. But you're talking about my other band.
So who was on the people that were on stage with you, or just other?
Separate songwriters, and so there was, I can't remember the one girl's name in the beginning. Man, I can't remember. I'm sorry. But Debbie was right next to me there, so it was she's a good friend of mine.
Okay. So, were you paying attention during the commercial break at all?
Yeah, there was that SoCo metal thing. Were you talking about
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
I was that up. I was like, that sounds awesome.
It is a great show. I just love that part where he's like, even country. Why?
It resonated.
Did you recognize the why? Did you recognize that from anywhere?
No, I didn't.
Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan.
Okay.
There was a swing to a leg, and Nancy Kerrigan's laying on the ground, grabbing her leg. Why?
Okay. Jeez.
Yup.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. I don't know where he found that sound clip, but it fits perfect there.
I resonated with that because that was another thing I had to swallow my pride and play country stuff. I'm a rock and roll guy, and so I have to play a lot of country, especially up in Minnesota.
SoCo's actually watching.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Hopefully when I get my metal album done, they can play some stuff or something. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah. We will. He plays, and okay, so he plays a Little Bobby tune. On the second song he always plays is always a Little Bobby song.
Cool.
And yesterday it was Sometimes I Get High. I was listening, see? And I think it's hilarious that he plays Bobby's song second, because one of Bobby's things, like he had these weird things he did, and one of the things he would do he'd walk into a crowded room and just randomly yell a word. There was a couple of favorite words he had that he would yell, and one of them was poop. And poop is also known as number 2.
Ah, there you go.
So I think it's pretty ironic. I think he would get a kick out of being number 2.
Very fitting. Very fitting. It's a great word.
Yeah. Poop. I think when I first met him, it was bang. He'd walk into a room and just yell bang.
Yeah. There you go.
Everybody jump. Oh, Bobby's here.
That's awesome.
So let's get into how you got into your solo career and how long how much work it took to learn how to do all the live looping and stuff.
Okay. So I was working at a bar at the time in Arizona. It's called the Monastery. It's still there, and it's a super fun place. They have a lot of live music now, but at the time, they were kind of ramping back into the live music. And the manager, I was working in the kitchen at the time, I think, or serving or something. And I eventually was a bartender there and all that. But he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you play guitar, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You want to like do an open mic here, like host it?" And I was like, "I've never done that, but sure, yeah, I can try it." So he gave me a little budget, and like just kind of gave me the time slots, and I had to kind of figure out how to do it. But I didn't have enough material to like play the whole time. I was like, I had to hope that people would show up, otherwise I'd have to repeat songs, and like that was embarrassing. So that forced me to like learn songs quickly because I didn't want to repeat myself. And it's just in case nobody showed up. And sometimes, there'd be eventually when you start an open mic and you have it going for a while, people know when it's happening, and then they start showing up, and it's cool. And then you can collaborate. But yeah, I basically started my acoustic career right then and there. And it was actually funny because I was getting kind of good at the acoustic songs, and I was serving tables at that same bar. And this guy had a guitar, and his friend was like, "Do you play?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Play me a song." He paid me like $20 to play a song, and then he paid me like $20 to play another one. I walked out with like $80. It's like in the middle of my shift, and I made more money during that little interaction than my whole shift, you know. So I was like, yeah, I'm in the wrong business here. So
That's like moonlighting on your breaks.
exactly. It was cool, but yeah, so I literally would some days I'd have to like get off my serving or bartending shift and immediately go get my equipment and walk over and like set it up and play in front of the people I was just serving for like 3 hours or whatever.
But see, then that's the good thing about, doing that at a bar, because when people are at a bar, what are they doing? They're drinking. I mean, by the end of an hour, they might not even remember that you already played that song,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, depends.
Or they were outside smoking a cigarette and they missed it,
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right.
But then I started doing the looping to kind of make it thicker by myself, so I could have like a drum beat behind me or a bass line or something, or do solos over the chords. And that's always fun. And now I have kind of an elaborate setup, but in the beginning it was just like a one pedal looper and just kind of did what I had to do with it.
And see, I think those pedals are so cool, because I never realized until I started dating Bobby, and I'm just behind the bar and he's up, or actually I wasn't even behind the bar yet. I wasn't even working the bar.
Mm-hmm.
He had another bartender, and I was just sitting there listening to him and like going live on his phone, and he got all set up and he starts playing the bass line,
Yeah.
and he hits the pedal, and I'm like, well, this isn't going to be an interesting song if that's all it is. And he hits the pedal, and then he starts playing the chords, right? And I'm like, well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And then he hits the pedal again, and I'm like, what's going on here? That is just really neat. Like, you can be a one-man band. Soko's we actually have a viewer question.
Oh,
it's
cool.
about time. Come on, you guys. You gotta have questions for him, right? What's his favorite guitar player? Plus, what is his opinion on the greatest guitar solo of all time?
Oh boy. Touching
That'll get us to break.
Pulling my heartstrings.
No crying in baseball.
Yeah.
Or podcast, whatever.
No podcast. So favorite guitar player for a long time, it was Paul Gilbert from Racer X and whatever else he was in. Mr. Big. I just love his humor, and his playing is just unreal. So that was always my number one guy for a long time. And then I just really loved like John Petrucci's playing from Dream Theater. Like, he just was one of my favorite guitar players as well. So those two guys were probably like my top. And then I used to joke around that Yngwie Malmsteen was like my boyfriend. Like, it was like a joke between my buddy and I. But so I was really into Yngwie for a while. So I like all the shredding stuff. I really do. And it's funny because I'm like known as an acoustic guy now. And it's like, it's kind of weird because I play rock and metal my whole life. So it's just funny. So yeah, Paul Gilbert was my number one guy for a long time. And then as far as my favorite guitar solo, or was it favorite or best, or what was it?
Your opinion on the greatest guitar solo of all time.
Greatest. Wow. Holy cow. I had this written down one time so I could not forget it, but I only
because I've got a like, okay, Pink Floyd.
My favorite song.
There's some really good ones in Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, so it's not a crazy solo or anything, but one of my favorite solos of all time is actually from Let It Be. Is a George Harrison solo that he does.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that solo just gets me like every time. I love it so much. Yeah.
And well, just the way the song starts making you, I think that's part of it, is just the way the way the song is, and the way it makes you feel right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know,
I love
And then it cuts into that,
Yeah, so good. But okay, so I'm trying to think of like some crazy fast ones or something. And there's one, and this is gonna throw you guys for a little loop here, but there's a Dragon Force, the band Dragon Force, in the song called Fury of the Storm. There's just a solo in the middle of that just rips, and it is just one of my it's so good. And so that's probably one of them.
Yep.
And
See,
Dimebag,
I share Soko's sentiment here. Dimebag Daryl, James Hetfield, and Little Bobby. If you've ever seen Little Bobby rip,
yeah,
like,
I never got to
for
see him play
real.
live, sadly. So
maybe we can still find some videos on the bar page. Comfortably Numb Pulse live.
Oh, on Pulse, yeah.
Yeah.
I love David Gilmour. He's one of my favorite players as well. And then there's a lot of like, Richie Blackmore stuff. I love his playing. And trying to think like solos only. I don't know.
Well, I can think of a good solo. We're gonna play it right after the break.
So
See how I led into that? I'm getting good at this, I think.
I'm curious
All right.
on which one it is.
Stick around because we've got Teddy Arunski's guitar solo right after the next break. See you in a minute.
When it comes to podcasts and social media, stick with the best. Grand Forks' best source. Keep up to date with local happenings and news, interviews with city leaders, athletes, nonprofits, and of course, lots of feel-good stories. Grand Forks' best source is a great way to advertise your business or events with the most economical ad packages available. And contact us to find out how you can have your own podcast with the best studio in the area. Check out Grand Forks' best source on your favorite social media app. Grand Forks' best source, the Forks' best local podcast. Call 701-213-0863 or online at gfbestsource.com. We love the Forks. Grand Forks' best source, giving the Forks their identity again.
What's up, Red Lake Nation Radio? This is your host, DJ Soko. Come join me if you're Ace or Donnell from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Soko Saturday, where I have a new segment, Soko's Metal Madness Hour from 7 to 8 p.m., bringing the North all the new and classic metal to the masses. The first 3 hours will be the old school hits, the rock and roll classics, and all other genres of music. Even country. So come take a cruise with me, DJ Soko, bringing the fire right here on 105.3 WRLN, Red Lake Nation Radio. Yeah.
Welcome to Little Blessings Boutique, a gift shop in the heart of Thief River Falls. I invite you to come visit our store. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what you'll find. We have outfits for the kiddos, gifts of all shapes and sizes, handmade items from local vendors, and even coffee. Whether it's trinkets, crafts, Christian gifts, we have that and more. We even have things that you didn't know you needed. Visit Little Blessings Boutique, our Christian family-owned store, downtown on 3rd, next to Budget, Thief River Falls.
Pioneer 90.1 is a radio station like none other. Local people get to host their own shows, sharing music not heard on other stations. We partner with area nonprofits to present community events like Riverfest. As a non-commercial service, we rely on listeners like you to help us grow this one-of-a-kind radio station, made just for our community. Thank you for your donation.
Visit littlebobbybuzz.com, your source for Little Bobby merch and music. Keep up with the bar and don't forget about the buzz with Mama T. That's littlebobbybuzz.com.
you can shred too.
Yeah, try.
So, two questions. How long ago was that?
I was just thinking about that while we were watching that. I was probably like 10 years ago or more, probably like 12 years ago, maybe something like that. I think it was 2015. So it's probably 11 years ago. Because I think we recorded that demo and that little EP thing in 2015, I think.
What song was it?
It's an instrumental song from my other band called Through the Fields of Perdition. And we that one was cool. We went to you ever been to Jerome, Arizona?
Mm-mm.
It's like a little mining town up on a mountain, like a ghost town kind of. And it's super haunted. And the studio was in an old abandoned school, like high school. And we had to like sleep in the basement like for like 3 days and like record some songs down there. And it was creepy. It was super fun. We had the whole band was there and just stayed there for like 3 days and recorded this like demo EP thing. And that was part
Creepy
of
like
that.
how? Were you like hearing things, seeing things?
Yeah, just like hearing weird noises, and then like there's like the abandoned gymnasium that was just all super creepy, and then there's like if you go there, like there's ghost tours you can do around the town, and there's like a hotel that's super haunted. Apparently, I've never been there, but it's cool. It's just every time I see that record cover or hear that song, I think of those stories.
What's the name of that band?
That band's called Phoenix and Dragon.
Phoenix and Dragon. I am writing that down so I can look it up. Where can I find it?
I guess just on YouTube, I guess. I've been working on those albums for a long time. So I had to redo a bunch of our old tracks, and so that's the album I've been working on. So it's actually getting mixed like right now. So
your new album coming out. You do have a new album coming out. That's right.
Yeah, it'll be from that band. So it's basically instead of a live band, it's a studio project now that I've just kind of converted it to all my. It's an epic like a concept album. Like the whole thing is a big concept, and every record has a part of the concept. So there's 3 records that I've been working on at the same time, and they're all part of that concept. So one of them is
like a trilogy.
Yeah. So one of them's being mixed at the moment. So
do you do your own production then? You do your own mixing and
not mixing. I do all the pre-production and all the production, and then I had to take over singing duties because we used to have some singers and they kind of left the band. So doing the acoustic thing taught me how to sing better. So I was like, I'll just be the singer. I didn't want to be, but I am, I guess. So it just took me a long. Oh, thank you. It took me a long time to learn how to do the production, and I'm proud of it though. I'm proud of what I did, so.
Oh, I can't wait for it to come out. Do you have a release date yet?
Nope. 10 years ago.
It's a work in progress. I remember Bobby sitting in the studio and he had I can't remember what program he used. I'll think of it when I'm not trying to think of it. But a legally blind guy doing all these, mixing down all of this stuff and arranging all of this and doing all the production himself and and recording all of it and like putting it all together. And you see him like this on his computer and clicking and all this stuff. It was just, it was just mind blowing. I mean, like,
it's impressive.
Watching anybody do it is impressive.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, I used to, respect all my favorite bands for being like the band members, but then going back and learning how to make records, I respect like the producers of those bands more than the actual band members. Just how much work it is and how good they had to make the band sound. I know some bands are self-produced, which is awesome. That's even better, but it's like gives me so much respect for producers.
I get that just because like before I knew what actually went into making music, I listened to it differently.
Yeah.
Like now I hear each individual instrument like before I just heard it as a whole and I knew whether I liked it or I didn't like it. Now, like my ears kind of pick it apart, my brain kind of picks it apart a little bit, and
Mhm.
you realize how much talent goes into each instrument and
Yeah.
whoever's putting it all together. It's there's so much talent out there.
It's kind of a double-edged sword too, because it almost kind of you analyze it too much, so don't enjoy it so much. But then it's just like I don't know. Sometimes it's a double-edged sword.
It's a little bit sometimes. I can't think of any song that I liked before that I stopped liking because of it.
No, yeah,
I think it just made me appreciate it more.
yeah, 100%.
So the other question I was going to ask you, how long is your hair?
Let's try it out. So not too long. See if I can. Ooh.
Got that whole
Get a
man
little-
bun thing going on.
Yeah, that's my Superman Clark Kent thing. My disguise. The man bun is the live looping acoustic guy, and the hair is the metal rock and roll guy. So.
Yeah, you got to do some headbanging.
Yeah.
Oh, Soko's got a comment. His favorites. Comfortably Live Pulse, Purple Rain Prince. Oh yeah, Freebird. Absolutely.
I was gonna
Nothing
say
else matters.
Freebird,
Yes.
too.
So,
I
and
actually
Stairway to Heaven.
I love Freebird actually. Like I know it's like a joke thing now, but I love that song so much, and the solos at the end are so awesome.
And like Stairway to Heaven, it's funny you mentioned that one because it just makes me think of what was it? Wayne and Garth.
Oh yeah, Wayne's World.
No Stairway, yeah, no
You
Stairway
know.
to Heaven.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get
Oh.
better than Stairway, dude. There's like, I always used to say like the 4 best songs. There's probably a couple more now, but there was always Stairway to Heaven, Hotel California, Freebird, and My Way from Frank Sinatra. Those are like,
Oh.
in my opinion, like the upper echelons of.
Yeah. I didn't know.
There's a few more I could throw in.
Who
there,
thinks
but
of Frank Sinatra? I mean,
it's so good.
I love it. I love it. So, knowing how much work and how much talent and how much time and how much training and practice goes into an actual album or maybe just a song,
Mhm.
keeping that in mind, how do you feel about AI and what its effects on the music industry are going to be?
I mean, I worry about it for sure. For instance, the bass player that's in that other band I'm in, Phoenix and Dragon, like he wants to do like the album covers all AI, and I wanted to do it with like a real artist. We're trying to like kind of meet in the middle somehow. And I'm not gonna lie, the AI artwork that was kind of made temporarily was like pretty cool. And I was like, dang man, this is a lot cheaper and it's pretty cool. But there is something about just someone taking the time to make a piece of art. And so I hope it doesn't ruin everything. I think there's always going to be an element of live performance that people crave, which is good because that's what I do. I'm a live player. But as far as like music production, I haven't experimented with any of the AI stuff personally, but I've heard a lot of AI songs and like apps that will like say like mix a song for you or something. So I mean, I guess it has its place. But I do get worried. I think of the Terminator or something, like, like just wiping out all humanity. So I think of that stuff, but I try not to think about it too much or else I get freaked out,
Right? Like, whose jobs is it going to take? Like, what it makes me think of is like how many bands got their foot in the door by playing the theme song to some show that we watch or movies. I mean, just think Friends, for instance.
Oh yeah,
the
Rembrandts.
Yeah. Or how many child actors got their foot in any actor got their foot in the door in commercials. Now all the commercials are AI.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll kind of maybe peak and people will maybe get rid of it, like get sick of it or something, and then it might go back and forth like a trending kind of thing. But I do know it's like definitely the old world is kind of going away and the new world's coming, like or it's here, I
Yes.
guess. So,
So keeping that in mind. Oh, hi Heather. Oh, check out Not Broken. Cortex US. I played it Saturday. That's AI. Okay. You know what? I did listen to that, and a lot of most AI music, I can tell that it's AI right away. And I think if you hadn't told me, I still would have known, because it did give me that AI feel. I kind of do can tell the difference. I mean,
my friend sent me one that he kind of did, and I was like, "Did you write all and do all this?" He's like, "Oh, it's mostly AI," and I was like, "Oh, damn, I didn't realize." So I was like blown away. It was like, I don't know, it was scary. So
you see, I think AI, I think it's got its place. Like, it can be used. It's a good tool. It can be used
yeah,
as a tool, as long as you're not using it to replace an actual human. Like, use it for a tool or an assistant to help you not
mhm,
forget things, or put things together, help you put together stuff, or
mhm.
search for stuff, or give you maybe some ideas that you can work with. But geez, I mean,
I mean, I don't know if we can kind of regulate that or control it, but it's almost like the equivalent of going into like the 50s and then you're playing a song on the jukebox, and it's like equate that to a DJ and then or a band. It's like they could have had a band in the 50s, but they had a jukebox, and that's kind of like AI,
yeah,
sort of.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm thinking about that correctly, but
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Oh, my friend Heather is watching. She's tuning in. She says AI scares the crap out of me, and she says hello, Teddy.
hello.
And Robert says no better feeling than seeing local live music. It affects your mood and puts you in a good mood. Yes, absolutely. Like, you get that. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about earlier. It gives you that connection with the audience. They want to feel what you're feeling, or they want to know that you feel the same way they do. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
like certain songs, like we're gonna bring it up again. Little Bobby literally had a song for every mood. Like,
Yeah.
anything you're feeling, there is a song. He's written a song about it. There's a song out
Awesome.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And Soko says, "Great solo, Teddy." He liked
Oh,
that. He liked that.
thanks, dude.
Oh, I'm at 30%, just in time, because we got 3 minutes left. What advice would you give to a young person trying to get into the music industry?
Just don't give up and definitely have fun with it. I've always said that, like, try to have fun as much as you can, because I've run into the problem where, doing it for a living, it can become monotonous sometimes, and it but you can always try to find like joy in it. And if you just keep the joy, it's that's the number one thing. Like, for instance, last night I was playing a show and I played some of these songs hundreds of times. And last night I was just doing them differently. And I just was like, I was in my own little world. There were people out there, but I was just like, this is cool because I played the song like 400 times and I've never done it this way. And that, after playing a song so many times, you'd think you'd hate it. But I was just having so much fun. And so if you just keep the fun in it, and try to surround yourself with like-minded people that take it seriously if you want to take it seriously. That's always kind of hard. Like, some people, I don't want to like downplay people, but some people kind of think they're musicians or like serious musicians, and then they don't really put the time or work in to be good at their craft or be good at networking with other people or
I know somebody like that. They're not a musician, but it's I've been doing it this many times and I've got all these connections.
mm,
Well, just because you've been doing it for that long and you have those connections, that doesn't mean you're good at it.
yeah, I mean, it takes practice, it takes commitment, and especially like when you are enjoying it and you're doing it some things effortlessly. I think it just draws people in more, and just definitely make sure you're having fun with it. That's the biggest thing. And don't take yourself so seriously and be a jerk to people. Be nice to everyone. Don't have a big ego. Like, you're playing guitar, you're playing drums, you're singing, you're not saving babies. Like, there's nothing to have a huge ego about. You can
You're
always
not
want
running into burning buildings.
Yeah, you can always want to be better than the next guy, or faster than the next guitar player, or sing louder, or sing better, or play drums better or something than the next guy. But we're all just trying to like have fun, and we're all in this together.
There we are.
That's kind of my philosophy on it.
Well, thank you so much, Teddy, for being here today. I'm so honored to have you on here. I think I tried getting a hold of you a while ago, and I don't know what happened, but I finally got you. I shared the link with you, so you can share it to all your platforms.
Perfect. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on. I had a great time. So this was awesome. Love to do it again sometime, maybe when the record comes out or something.
Yes, absolutely. Let me know when the album comes out. We'll have you back. We'll play some music off of it.
Hopefully it's not 10 years from now. But
well, if it is, I hope I'm still here.
There you go.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
Music alive, man.
Are you looking for the local happenings? Your Local 411, the newest publication in the McIntosh area, covers from Winger to Oakley and Foston to Erskine. It has news stories, a local lunch menu, business news, community events, church calendars, sports schedules, blood drives, free classifieds, death notices, birthdays and anniversaries, puzzles, trivia, and paid ad space available. If you want to know what's going on in this area, you need Your Local 411. For submissions, subscriptions, or ad packages, email yourlocal411.mcintosh@outlook.com. That's yourlocal411.macintosh@outlook.com, or text 218-693-8075.